They should have been rounded for safety.
Hi everyone.
Hello guys, today I will teach you how to play Rubik's Battle card game. Show it, spot it, shout it. A game that is played between 2 to 6 players. This game comes with 60 cards and instructions printed on 2 cards, double-sided, as shown. I wonder if I got all the other cards out of the box. Not too sure. Nope, there's still another one in there. I don't like the little plastic thing that's in there, or the little white thing. It's loose in there, but I get it. It's just to place the cards evenly because these cards are square. There's a good example right there, so there you go. Anyways, to set up the game, shuffle all 60 cards and then deal all the cards to every player evenly so all players have the same number of cards. Absolutely no one looks at their cards. Each player keeps their pile face down in front of them. For this video, I'll be doing a 3-player setup as an example. There is no turn order for this game. All players will be playing at the same time. In a round, all players will draw the top card of their own piles face up on the table at the same time for all players to see. There are 3 methods to winning a round. Let's go over those right now with a 3-player setup. Player 1, Player 2, and Player 3. Method 1. You call a color on your card that does not appear on your opponent's card. For this example, Player 1 shouts red, because Player 1's card has red on it, but these 2 cards do not have red. Player 1 wins the round. If you win a round in this case, collect all the cards from play, and you add them face down underneath your pile. When a round is won, simply play another round. Let's do another 3-player setup for the second method. Player 1, Player 2, and Player 3. Method 2. Call out a color that does not appear on your card, but does appear on all of your opponent's cards. For this example, Player 2 shouts yellow, because Player 2's card has no yellow at all, but the other 2 cards do have yellow. Player 2 wins the round. Winning by the second method is the same as the first. You collect all the cards in play and place them face down underneath your pile. Before I move on to method number 3, there are 2 rules to keep in mind. Number 1, if a player shouts an incorrect color, they have to pay a penalty by giving 1 card to each player from the top of their pile. Number 2, sometimes players cannot win a round because it's impossible to do so. Here's an example. Player 1, Player 2, and Player 3. None of the players can shout out a correct color because in this scenario, all 6 colors appear on all of the shown cards. Nobody can win a round. In this case, skip the round and start a new one. Keep doing this until a round is won. And when that happens, the winner not only collects all the cards for that round, but also all of the cards from the previous round that were deemed impossible to win. Now it's time for method 3, which can only happen between 2 people. Here's the setup. Player 1, Player 2, and Player 3. Method 3. Shout Rubik's Battle if your card matches a card of another player. The winner not only takes all the cards for that round, but they take every card from the other player that has the other matching card, and that specific player is out of the game. For example, Player 1 shouts Rubik's Battle because its card matches that of player 2's. Player 1 wins the round, claims all 3 cards here, and also takes all the cards from player 2, and thus player 2 is eliminated. Unfortunately for all other players, in this case for player 3, they cannot shout Rubik's Battle because their card does not match the other players. However, player 3 can still use a previous method of winning a round. In this case, before player 1 and player 2 can react, player 3 shouts white because its card is white and these 2 cards don't have white. So player 3 wins the round and takes all 3 cards, including any matching cards, which prevents a Rubik's Battle from happening. That is allowed. You can tell at this point that this game is nothing but a cash grab. This game does not have much instructions, so there's not enough specifics. There is one scenario that I want to get off my chest, and to do so, I need to make a 4-player setup. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and Player 4. Player 1's card matches Player 4's card. But what's this? Player 2's card also matches with Player 3's card. So there are 2 matches in this round. You can tell that one of these players is going to shout Rubik's Battle first. The first player to do so takes all the cards from the round as well as all of the cards, but only from the player that has the other matching card. For example, player 2 shouts Rubik's Battle because his card matches that of player 3's. Player 2 wins the round, takes all 4 cards shown, and player 2 takes every card from player 3 and knocking player 3 out of the game. However, player 2 does not take all the cards from player 1 and player 4 and eliminating them because despite player 1 and player 4 having matching cards between one another, they do not match that of player 2's. Player 1 and player 4 will continue playing, and obviously player 2 as well. Only player 3 is out of the game. Continue playing until a player collects all 60 cards, and when that happens, that player wins the game. And that is how you play Rubik's Battle card game. I am not quite a fan of this game, as like I said earlier, it's nothing more than a cash grab defacing the Rubik's name. It's not really that fun, especially with 6 players. But that's not my biggest problem. It's this. The cards have pointy corners. As you can see, you could hurt yourselves. I see what the manufacturers were trying to do. It's right up here. University Games. I see what they were trying to do, trying to replicate the cards from the sides of the Rubik's Cube. But because this game has nothing to do with the mechanics, the fundamentals, and the legacy of the Rubik's Cube itself, is it even necessary to have sharp corners? They should have been rounded for safety, but also rounded to make shuffling easier. That's just my 2 cents. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more, and don't forget to check out my gaming channel, Markis P Gaming, for video game Let's Play content. I will see you later, but until then, like always, take care.